Hey guys, AlduicS here, and we're back with Season 4, Episode 17 of DanMachi. The search begins twofold. On one hand, it's the Hestia Familia, because now that a blade that defies all odds, common sense, and expectations, an unbreakable magic sword, one that is nigh indestructible, that stands side by side with its wielder, that doesn't leave them eventually, was forged by Wealth, using his blood, sweat, and tears, his pride as a blacksmith, his burning hot flame, and his desire to create weapons for his friends, to protect them, to stand with them. Not to mention the lofty goal of surpassing both Bel Crenel and Hephaestus, the goddess of blacksmithing. So our boy is aiming high. But now that they've set out, they're on their way to the 27th floor, all to look for traces of Bel, get an idea on how far her down he went, and very likely meet up with Maria, who will inform them of his situation, of what happened with the Lambton and the Juggernaut. So we might have some reinforcements in that regard, or we might actually have the actual reinforcements. Tsubaki, Chloe, Lunor, Anya, all of them finally meet up with the Hestia Familia, because we know they've been scaling the cliff for a while now, so who knows where their current location is right now. But I got a feeling it won't be long until we see them join forces and provide proper backup for the Hestia Familia, because they're all determined to go find Bel and save him. But not only that, corpses were desecrated, adventurers were looted, all so they could survive. Ryu and Bel reaffirmed the harsh reality of adventuring in the dungeon. The cruel reality, but at the very least, they will honor them. They're taking what remains left of their emblem, which it could be the Soma, it could be Freya, it could be some other familia we're not familiar with right now, but they'll bring it to the surface with them. It's their best way of honoring their last moments and honoring what they were able to provide for them. The potions, the gear. So now that they've all geared up and they even have a partial map to save them some time, the search for the normal route for this floor begins, and then we trace the normal route to the tunnel for the 36th floor. What monsters are we going to encounter? If I'm not mistaken, this episode's title is even called White Palace, so it might be a Bel and Ryu soul-focused adventure, which count me in. Because now that they've managed to gear up and set out, what monstrosities are we going to encounter? We're obviously going to be relying upon Ryu's knowledge of this floor, but how will Bel handle some of these monsters? Because while Ryu can walk, she's not fully healed. Nor is he. He does have some chunks missing. But we do know there is the existence of poison monsters, because that's how those adventurers died. So we don't have any antidotes, and I don't know if Ryu knows any antidote spells. So count me a little concerned and very much anxious about what's going to happen next. Either way, before we see what's going to happen, check out my links down below. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell to get notified when I upload next. If you want the full version, head over to my Patreon, and let's hop into this in 3, 2, 1. And we're doing another flashback. I love that they're interspersing him with this show. Still have yet to meet Lady Estrella herself. We don't even know her voice actress. Oh yeah, the dynamic between these two. Words are easy. Making him real and happen is so much harder. Arch rival, wow. But at the very least, not arch enemy. Oh. Feels like a very Bel kind of notion. The fool wanting to save everyone, not compromising and willing to sacrifice a few. The fool's path. Obviously, Ryu would very likely not continue to pursue this path. She would fall off of it. She'd have to compromise and change her views from what we know with her now. But Bel, unlike her, didn't buckle. He kept to his values, he kept to his beliefs, and managed to continue to forge his path as the fool. So it's kind of already a nice parallel with her and Bel. I mean, that's fair, yeah. Very true. She speaks the harsh reality of it, but I don't hate Kaguya. I really do like what she brings to the table, especially in their dynamic. All right, we're back. Let's go. Kobolds? Werewolves? And we know the monsters are highly intelligent on these floors. They're using weapons too. Very likely from the environment. Oh shit. More and more just keep coming. Magic sword. Oh no, it's a blaze stone. Must have got it from the adventurers. Or did they pick it up from Jura? Well, that's dangerous. The firepower is unmatched. Okay, so the adventurers had it. Oh wait, no. It was something she picked up before that, when she was still running around. Alright. It's a tall order. It also makes me wonder what your experience is going to be like when you get out of the dungeon. How much are you going to get? Because you're fighting out of your element in a place where you could die at the drop of a hat. It's an important skill after all. And you got that burning desire to repay the favor. But you won't be weak forever. That's the important point. Oh, even a bit of training. It's all a learning experience. It's brutal, though. Feel so bad for Belle. Oh, I need Hayami to just praise me like that, to reaffirm me. The voice actress is so good. It hurts even more after watching one of my recent episodes of 86. Because while she might not have been part of it, oh, the pain, the suffering. It was a tragic episode. And it was a fuck situation, much like their current one right here. I love Ryu so much. Out of everyone in this show, I dare say she might be my best girl, followed probably by Haruhime, and then it's kind of a tough choice from there because I do like Aiz, I do like Aisha, I do like Makoto. There's a lot of solid choices, but there's something just about Ryu. I've loved her since season 1. I really like the dynamic between her and Belle. But Belle does have a habit of being hard on himself. Oh. This piano, though. This whole scene is beautiful. Yep. Adapt, improvise, overcome. Make it your own. That's how closely she's been watching him. Rely more on her. Please join the Hestia Familia. Get that blacklisting reversed. Oh, this makes me so happy. Good way to look at it, yeah. All right. This is the deepest all of them, except Aisha, has been now. Unless Cassandra and Daphne have made it farther down, but it doesn't look like it based on how they've been acting. But we also don't know the deepest floor the Apollo Familia had been to, and if they had been part of those expeditions, because Hyacinthos was Hyacinthos after all. Oh, Lamia! Do you have enough mana to continuously use that sword, though? God, the fire effects are still good. It grows with the user. It's pretty much what he wanted to create. A blade with divine might, one that grows with the user, much like the Hestia knife. That is so cool. So the more experience it gains alongside of him, probably from killing the monsters, but also just growing accustomed to how he fights, how he wields it, it grows stronger in response. That is both a very dangerous weapon, but so damn cool nonetheless. I wonder how Hephaestus will react to it, how Tsubaki will react to it, how the world will react to it, because he accomplished an unthinkable goal, making an unbreakable magic sword. So will he get like a promotion for this? Because it's a feat in of itself. He went in his own right on an adventure after all. But I do hope so many people from this group level up. So many people are going to probably want to steal it too. We know Bell did do some research and look ahead. All thanks to the guidance of Aina. So the 5 rings, the 5 different areas. Okay. Feels like a sectioned city, so to say. Resign yourself. Steel your nerves. Very likely won't taste great, but I mean, you're sitting there with some holes in your arm, dude. No time to be picky. I'm sorry. The fact that he's squeamish about this and not using an arm that has chunks missing from it is just hilarious to me, y'all. God, I love Matsuoka's performance as Belcrinel, and I love the character so much. Are they gonna split the potion? Who knows how long it's been down there? I think. Down the hatch. Yeah. Stomach issues were only natural to happen after that. Alright, so the holes have been fixed. I do hope you don't shit yourself, though. God. Yeah, already in their sights. Oh, so we're actually going to focus on Tsubaki's group now. The reinforcements. Oh, I forgot about the urchin monster. Damn. That was rather brutal, admittedly, but it's so cool that we're actually seeing some of them get their time to shine. Their fighting styles. Seems like Anya and Tsubaki have the most experience in the dungeon compared to them. Does she sense the Juggernaut? So she can't get an idea of where it is, but... And cat pearl. Ah, the cat puns never get old. We still haven't caught up to where the Juggernaut is, though. It's roaming somewhere on the 37th floor. So the carnage lays before them. God, the brutality of it, the gore. I don't know if I could be an adventurer. Not from the fact that I could die like that, but just because I don't know if I could remember a lot of these routes. Obviously, it's different for your first time. Once you've explored a floor several times, you start getting an idea of the layout. But it would get confusing the farther down you go with how each floor is bigger than the last, and then you start getting more and more complex, and the ceilings get higher and so on. But is that Marie talking? Is her voice being carried by the water and the echoes of the walls? What is that monster? It's crawling on the walls. I need to know that's name. That's so cool. I got my wish. So that explains the adventures. Yep. It has poison quills of Paluda. Spartoy. Isn't Udeus basically a large version of them? Because Udeus is the Monster Rex of the 37th or 38th floor, the one that Eyes Wallenstein fought way back in like the events of season 1 for both Sword Oratoria and the main series, which you actually get to see the fight in Sword Oratoria's anime. But doesn't it spawn Spartoy? I can't remember. What is that? A slime? An ooze? Potable? Oh, do they become water? Or potions? Out of your comfort zone. But you gotta adapt, Belle. Resign yourself. Oh, Matsuoka. Oh god, it's disgusting. Wait a minute, is that blush I see? Don't want to cross that bridge just yet. Cross that line, so to say. Way to change subjects and compose yourself. Three, no four, okay. Monsters very likely ate them. The environmental storytelling of walking into a room like this with melted pillars, holes, blood splatters. It definitely gives off the impression of do not fuck with this room or whatever made this room this way. That brings slightly different hue. Man, Belle would be dead without Ryu. Okay. So you gotta get through 2 full rings. Already starting to look a little up, but don't drop your guard. Don't get too happy. But I do admire the optimism. It's better to stay positive than overly negative. It'll help morale after all. Yeah, already starting to put 2 and 2 together. What is that monster? Voltimaria. It's like an eel. So it's multiple. It was lying in wait. Holy fuck. The way she grabbed it and stabbed under the head. How many of them are there? So they're getting closer too. Alright, Anya's an absolute delight. How many Voltimaria are there? What the fuck? It's pushing them downward? The fact that they can essentially fly, or at least propel themselves like this. I do like that Tsubaki's slowly becoming more and more serious as they get further and see more of the carnage. So this is the episode when we have the reinforcements meet up with them? Since they're so close? I hope Wealth doesn't go get mined down. Big guy with the save. Wait a minute. I think I saw Grows. These have to be the XENOS. I don't think there'd be a gargoyle on this with a silhouette. And I think I saw a harpy. It's a XENOS. The true cavalry has arrived. Holy shit. And it's a Lamia. But they're coming to their savior. Oh, fear! Oh my god, even the goblin. So they came from the lower floors. Already making good on that promise. So glad that it's only been basically a season's length since we last saw them. And the mood's dropped because we've gotten way more serious in that mindset, though. But she has to be realistic. It's almost like you're looking at yourself from the past. The Ryu from years ago and Kagura, but now you're Kagura. Or Kaguya. I think it's Kaguya. When it comes to ideals, save everyone versus accept some sacrifice, some loss. The way the characters change over time and these parallels is part of why I love this show. That is really good story writing. One would hope Belle doesn't ever have to accept that loss, but it will happen one day. Very fitting, very poignant that we actually had that scene with Kagi at the very beginning. Alright, so next episode title gives me anxiety. Desperate dungeon do or die time. I'd say that doesn't bode well. But what situation does it refer to? Is it Belle and Ryu and their exploration of the 37th floor? Or is it the Hestia Familia on the 27th floor as they piece together the evidence? If I had to guess, it's Belle and Ryu, because we know the cavalry has essentially arrived. The XENOS are helping out. They are currently saving the lives of the Hestia Familia. Plus, Tsubaki, Lunor, Chloe, and Anya are on the 27th floor and closing in soon. So we already have expanded the party. So it'll be a lot easier to tackle deeper floors, take breaks, properly support each other, and not risk death as much. If we also just consider the relative strength of both groups coming to their aid, it'll be a bit smoother sailing from now on. But holy shit, it feels so good to see the XENOS again. It makes me so happy. And making good on the promise with Belle, coming to their aid. Our boy Fells came in clutch. As soon as I saw some of the silhouettes, I knew for a fact, and it made me so happy. So where's Wiene? Where's Asterius? Is Asterius going down while they go up? Count me in, because I really want to see them. Oh my god. Imagine if Asterius managed to save them on the 37th floor and even offered like a witty insult of, I can't believe you needed me to protect you, or something like that to Belle, because they're rivals. Their next match decides their competition, because they're at 1-1 each. But I also just really want to see Wiene again, because I miss our dragon girl. I miss how adorable she is. I just want some happiness, y'all. Because it was sort of casual for a little bit here and there. We had the harsh reality of the dungeon for both situations, especially Belle, as he has to come to terms with drinking moldy potions or drinking oozes, learning to adapt and cool his head and improve as the fights go on, and what fights to pick and what fights to run away from. And plus, it's very nice just learning about more of the monsters on this floor, the fact that we have the 5 great rings, how each ring is a different hue than each other. We're currently in the 3rd ring, and the inner side of it too, so we have to go out 2 full rings where the tunnel leads out. Because if we have to go inside, well, that leads us to the tunnel to the next floor down. I love the world building. The fact that we're getting so much info on this floor, and the deep floors themselves too. The fact that, you know, at minimum you need 3 or 4 people for a party, one of them including a healer. So even the adventures we looted were 1 person short. But the Padula is definitely going to be a threat. They're foreshadowing it. Our party doesn't have any antidotes, whether they're potion antidotes or healing spell antidotes, presumably. So poison's going to be an issue. It's a must avoid at all costs. Not only that, the way this situation sort of parallels the dynamic and the relationship and the ideals with Kaguya and Ryu from 5 years ago, when she first joined the Estrella Familia, and even up until the disaster, the one that killed the Estrella Familia, and then the present day Ryu and Belle, and how she's looking back in hindsight and seeing herself, her old self rather, in Belle. And it makes me nervous. The day that he has to make that true sacrifice, that he can't continue to be the fool and protect and save everyone, that he'll have to make a compromise. I don't doubt it will happen in the future. I don't know how soon, but it makes me anxious because I don't want to lose anyone. But this show's already been very dark for this season, so I wouldn't put it past him. But the fact that we also got to see some more monsters on the 27th floor, the Voltamira, the way they were acting, blocking off their escapes and attempting to lead them in a different direction too, the way the dungeon is frenzying. Oh, it's so cool. And I'm very appreciative that we got to see like Lunar and Chloe and Anya fight and spend more time with them. Obviously, not a whole lot, but voice actors nailed it. It's just an absolute delight week in, week out. Oh. I'd say lastly, what I want to talk about is also just the embarrassment from Ryu, because even in a life or death situation like this, she still has that energy, that desire to not share an indirect kiss, because presumably she's still rooting for Seer to end up with Belle, so very likely she doesn't want to steal that. Or maybe she just has her own thoughts on romance with Belle right now. But that was adorable, and I love the mentor role that Ryu was playing. All of the guidance, all of the knowledge, the drawing of the map. Oh. It's really, really nice, yo. It makes me so happy. And then, obviously, Welf's weapon, Kazuki. The fact it grows with him like the Hestia knife. I'm very curious on how the world, the gods, and everyone else will react when they can get out of the dungeon. And even Tsubaki herself, because she's always kind of given Welf a hard time. I believe she's praised him here and there, both in Sword Oratoria's anime and several seasons, about his skill when it comes to crafting magic swords. So maybe she'll feel fired up by him and attempt to forge something similar in the dungeon at some point in the future. Very curious on how their interaction will go, because she does look after him almost like a little brother here and there. I mean, she was willing to do favors for the Hestia Familia too, because she obviously cares about Welf. And she has an interest in Belle and how they always find themselves neck deep in trouble. But the blade is so cool. How strong will it get by the time they're out of this dungeon? And who will level up? So many people must be getting crazy amounts of experience because they're all going on one hell of an adventure. But either way, let me know you guys' thoughts on my reaction, my commentary, the episode of itself, all down below. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit that bell, get notified when I upload next. Check out my links. If you want the full version, head over to my Patreon. This has been AlduicS. Thank you all so much for watching. Peace.